public humiliate Haz and Meg, brands them narcissistic sociopath as treated rudely to staff and the media. Harry, Meghan's staff reportedly called themselves the Sussex Survivors Club due to their treatment by the royal couple. During a tour of the South Pacific, the couple were well received in Australia, New Zealand, Fiji and Tonga. However, in an extract from his new book, Courtiers, The Hidden Power Behind the Crown, published in The Times, royal author Valentine Low claims that staff and the media were treated rudely by the couple. At the start of the tour, the couple announced that Meghan was pregnant and the Sussexes received a warm welcome in the countries they visited. During a royal tour, it is normally standard for members of the royal family to come to the back of the plane to greet the media and thank them for coming. However, Prince Harry's relationship with the media had been prickly and strained, according to Mr. Low. On a flight from Sydney to Tonga, his staff reportedly promised the press that he would make an appearance. Mr. Low wrote, "I remember the scene well. Harry looked like a sulky teenager, Meghan stood behind him, smiling benignly. Her only contribution was a comment about how much everyone must be looking forward to Sunday lunch at home. Harry sounded rushed, as if he couldn't wait to get back into the first-class cabin. Thanks for coming," he said, "even though you weren't invited." Mr. Low called the comment spectacularly rude and claimed that when staff told him how he had offended the press team, Prince Harry said, "Well, you shouldn't have made me do it." The Duke and Duchess staff also seemed to be shocked at Meghan and Harry's behavior and began branding themselves the Sussex Survivors Club, according to Mr. Low. He wrote that his team reportedly called Meghan a narcissistic sociopath and repeatedly said we were played. The bombshell claims come at a time when royal watchers were looking for a rapprochement between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal family. The relationship between the two was said to sour before the Prince and Meghan Markle got married. However, tensions exploded following the couple's step back from royal life and their bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey. Meghan Markle thought she was going to be the Beyoncé of the UK until her plans were thwarted by ridiculous rules, according to a Buckingham Palace insider. The source is cited by Valentine Low in his upcoming book Courtiers, The Hidden Power Behind the Crown, set to be released on Thursday, October 6 and serialized in The Times. In one extract, the author discusses whether Meghan and Prince Harry's sensational decision to step back from their roles as senior members of the royal family could have been handled differently. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex announced their departure from royal life on January 8, 2020, saying they planned to split their time between the UK and North America and become financially independent. They then jetted off to California in March that year and have only returned for brief periods on a handful of occasions. Low asks whether the most senior royal courtiers at the time, Sir Edward Young, the Queen's then private secretary, and Sir Clive Alderton, King Charles' private secretary, understood how unhappy the Sussexes were, or how bad the relationship was between them and royal staff. He writes, "Did they let a personal dislike of Meghan prevent them from seeing the very obvious dangers that lay ahead?" Low then quotes a former Buckingham Palace insider, who said the way Megxit was handled was incompetent beyond belief. They said, "I think Meghan thought she was going to be the Beyoncé of the UK. Being part of the royal family would give her that kudos. Whereas what she discovered was that there were so many rules that were so ridiculous that she couldn't even do the things that she could do as a private individual, which is tough."